Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start my topic, what is Dapitan according to the plan of God? Let me acknowledge first our Supreme Founder, King FILEMON or REAMBONANZA, the Supreme Founder of the Kingdom of God and the source of wisdom and knowledge that I'm going to share with you today. To our royal family of the Kingdom of God, to my co-apostle, to the 12 gates, 70 prophets, and all members of the Kingdom of God. Good afternoon. My topic now is, what is Dapitan according to the plan? Now, if we will talk about Dapitan City, we will start at the time when Jacob was born, because the exact time will begin in his life. Jacob was born in negative 73. Before he entered Egypt, he lived 130 years in Israel. And that was in negative 73 to positive 57. This was at the time of Joseph, when he became a governor of Egypt. 17 years after Jacob arrived in Egypt, he died. The family of Jacob lived in Egypt within 430 years. So it was at the time of Moses. In short, they get out of Egypt in the year 400, positive 486. From this year, we will count 480 years. And that was the time when Solomon constructed the temple. In other words, Solomon began the construction in 967, positive. This was the 4th year when Solomon reigned the kingdom. So Solomon became a king in 900 and positive 963. Now Solomon had 37 years left to finish positive 1,000. Since Solomon reigned the kingdom in 40 years, so we had 3 years, which was already a negative 1,000 years. If we will subtract negative 3 years from negative 1,000 years, the answer is 900, positive 997. From this year, we will count 400, we will count
This time of years.
This number.
this number of years will be subtracted from 2,520 years, which was the appointed time of God. The answer is 1,523. 15:23 in short. This was a time that God bestowed the kingdom to the nation, which became a Christian nation. In this regard, God sent a press on March 16, 1521, in order to Christianize the Filipino, for the kingdom of God should be given to a nation in which Christianity abided. We cannot profoundly deny that the Philippines is the abode of Christian people who are struggling for salvation, whether in the group or individual. We learn very well that the Philippines became a Christian country on April 14, 1521. 2 years before God gave the kingdom in 1523. It is very clear to mention the kingdom of God because in the year 1523 is the repetition of the history of King Solomon during his last hour in the year positive 997. The biblical history prevails that the creation of Adam was in the island surrounded by two branches of twin rivers of Tigris and Euphrates River. This is precisely called Mesopotamia. From the Greek language, Mesopo, which means an island between the two branches of rivers. In a vivid narration, after the creation of Adam, God rested in the seventh day. Since one day is equal to 1,000 years of man, so Adam should be in the Garden of Eden and live there at the same time as God rested. But before year ended, Adam committed sin. In the year 821, Adam committed sin. So God completely erased Mesopotamia after the 20th generation at the time of Abraham. So the plan of God was carried by Abraham in Canaan. Many years passed by that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. This human place was chosen so that Christ, the true God, could humanly speak to the people for the preparation of his third week in this world. Many Jews did not believe him, so he took away the kingdom of God and gave it to the nation, which became a Christian nation in 1523. From this time, 40 years should be counted off. And Adam, who could give the life of the people, should appear. It was in 1563.
Patulog na.
When Adam came to the Philippines in the person of Dato of Boya. Since Adam lived in Mesopotamia, which was an island surrounded by two branches of river, the new Mesopotamia which is also surrounded by two branches of river. Called Pulo River and Liburan River. According to the plan of God, the place should be discovered 40 years after the repetition of the history of Queen Solomon. The history repeated in 1523. 40 years after, Dato Pagbuaya reached Dapitan in 1563. Counting from it, the remaining 390 years. 390 years. 1953. When Dato Pagbuaya spiritually returned in Dapitan. 10 years after, the town of Dapitan became a city under the penmanship of President Diosdado Macapagal on 1963. June 22. Another 10 years that followed. 1973, years that followed. Dapitan City, which is now Dapitan City became a shrine city under the signature of President Ferdinand A. Marcos on January 24, 1973. In this juncture, Dapitan City, which is now Dapitan Shrine City, is the new Dapitan City. Which is now Dapitan Shrine City. Is the new Mesopotamia, where the second Adam, who personified Dato Pagbuaya in 1563, will come back to Dapitan. Now the question is, what is Dapitan according to the plan of God? Now Dapitan City, which is a shrine city, is the new Mesopotamia, where the second Adam, who personified Dato Pagbuaya, will come back to Dapitan. So, the question, what is Dapitan? The answer is Dapitan City is the new Mesopotamia. Thank you and good afternoon.